Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my vegan nacho cheese sauce from plantbasedonabudget.com. I've got the whole ingredient list as well as the printable recipe below, but we're starting off with some russet potatoes. Usually I'm trying to save as much time in the kitchen, and I don't like to peel. I don't want to waste the nutrients. I don't want to waste the time. But with this recipe, I do always peel the potatoes because we want this sauce to be really smooth and creamy. This right here is 2 cups of russet potatoes, and I'm going to add them as safely as possible to this pot of boiling water. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of carrots. I didn't peel these, but you're welcome to if you'd like. And while I'm usually willy-nilly with my measurements and tossing a little bit of this and tossing a little bit of that, 2 cups of potatoes and 1 cup of carrots are a must for this recipe to have the right consistency. I tested it many times for when it was going into the Plant-Based on a Budget cookbook, and that was the perfect combination that we came up with. Now I'm going to let them boil for about 10 minutes or until they are tender to the fork. My potatoes and carrots are now tender, so I drained them and I'm going to put them in the bowl of this food processor along with half a cup of water, about a tablespoon of lemon juice, half cup of nutritional yeast. And if you are new to nutritional yeast, it's what's going to give it a cheesy flavor. My onion powder always clumps up. If you have any tips to make it not clump up, I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. I'm using onion powder, and this is 1 teaspoon. And I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder as well. And then add in 1/4 cup of salsa. This is store-bought salsa, and I'm using a medium heat, but I'm only using that because it's what I had on hand. I would probably do mild unless you like to have a bit of spice to your nacho cheese. Then turn on your processor and blend until completely smooth. I noticed my food processor wasn't going as fast as I would like, and I really want this to be creamy, so I'm actually going to move it over to my blender and give that a go so that it can blend really evenly and become really creamy. You can see that it got it pretty close, and I think that this would be good, but for the purpose of this video, I do want to show you how blended it gets. And I don't want there to be any chunks of carrot or potato at all, which I'm still getting with my food processor. And I've done it in the food processor before. I thought it would be good for visuals, but it's just taking a little bit too long, and I'm impatient. Looks much better. And I'm also going to do a little taste test for salt. It depends on what kind of salsa you use, on how salty it's going to be. So good. I do want to add more salt. Our salsa was not very salty. And usually I call for about a teaspoon of salt, especially if you're using a low sodium salsa. It is so good. I haven't had it in a while, and I forgot how good it was. I'll show you this creamy goodness. It's delicious. As I mentioned before, I'm going to put the printable recipe in the caption as well as the ingredients so you can make sure you have everything. And if you have the Plant-Based on a Budget cookbook, it is in there as well, the first one. When I serve this, I would put it on some nachos or some tachos, that's tater tots instead of tortilla chips, or I would serve it as a dip. It's so good, so creamy. And I do recommend using the blender until it looks as creamy as it is right here. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. It would take a lot longer if you use the food processor like I was starting to, but once I put it in the blender, it creamed right up. I hope you love this recipe. If you give it a try, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'm so grateful to you for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye.